What's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. To get us started, we've got this video shared by Squawkbox talking about the SBF fiasco. Andrew Sorkin asks the former SEC chair, Jay Clayton, to comment on the matter, asking, if you are SBF, what would you do at this point? As we all know, Jay Clayton went to work the same companies that he helped advance while trying to hurt the other crypto companies. This guy probably should be in jail alongside SBF. All at the same time, Clayton has zero credibility in this space. The man who would have written the rules when he was in charge chose to line his own pockets and tried picking the winners while closing the door on the rest of crypto.
Okay, so now we have Caroline Ellison, we have Wang, and possibly others who I imagine they're flipping. When I say flipping, prosecutors flipping. If you are Sam Bankman-Fried, what do you do at this point? Meaning, do you plead? Do you not plead? If he were to get anything, if he were to be convicted, you could see this being a Madoff situation where he would actually be in prison for the rest of his life. He's 30 years old right now. Right. Do you think that you could plead guilty? In what kind of settlement could potentially be politically palatable where you could say, I will plead guilty, I will spare everybody going through, years of trials and whatnot. But for what? What kind of sentence would be acceptable to the public that you think would be a reasonable deal?
Look, I'm not a criminal defense attorney.
Right.
We're all sort of armchair quarterbacks on this. Let's and which is probably what's been discussed around the dinner table over the last few days.
At Andrew's dinner table.
At my dinner table. We were trying to figure it out, thinking through, would 30 years, 40 years, 50 years be the answer?
All of these things will be the subject of negotiation if there is some kind of plea arrangement. And like you said before, there's a ton of considerations that are going to go into this. Are we going to get to the bottom of it? Are we going to demonstrate that? Right. So we will see. I think there will be tremendous pressure to reach a resolution absent a trial, though.
Yeah, but the cruelest irony is that in the interim, customers are waiting on their money. They may never get it back. And meanwhile, the people advising on the process are making, I believe the CEO is making $1,300 an hour. And you and I both covered the 2008 financial crisis. What did Milbank and others make from the Lehman wind down? $4 billion.
You make a great point, and it's a general point, which is that time is money. And when someone is victimized, and this goes way beyond the FTX situation, someone's victimized in the security situation or otherwise, getting their money back in 5 years is almost the same as not getting it back at all. And one of the things that you want to see is particularly when there are retail victims involved in securities matters, is that you get them their money back as quickly as possible. And that is what I would say.
What do you think the chances that there's actually money there? Or that it's all really just been gambled away and gone to money heaven?
Look, what number of cents on the dollar will be recovered is something I know, but it's cents on the dollar, not dollars.
As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Following up on that, we can see that Jay Clayton, whose law firm did $8.5 million of legal work for FTX prior to the collapse, tells Andrew Sorkin that the $250 million bond for SBF is just fine, and all the really smart people get that. Digital Asset Investor commented on the same, asking Squawk, CNBC, Andrew Sorkin, and Becky Quick, when are they going to ask Jay if his firm was paid with FTX stolen customer funds? After that, ask Gary Gensler if his $100 million BlockFi settlement was also paid with FTX stolen customer funds.
Everybody's sitting around going, oh my God, he claims he has no money. How is this $250 million? He doesn't have $250 million. His family is signing for it. They didn't pay 10%. They didn't even put up $25 million, which is typically how this would work. You'd put up about 10%. Is this some kind of sham deal? What is this?
I don't think it's a sham deal. I think, look, you have experienced federal prosecutors, federal judge, all weighing in on this. You don't see any real complaints from what I would say is the experienced community. There was obviously a determination that he's not a flight risk, and I think that this part of the story will fade away.
In more interesting news today, we've got a tweet that was shared by Ripple. As you can see, Ripple announced that as they continue enhancing their solutions to refine the customer experience and make the payment process more efficient this year, they have added machine learning capabilities to their payment solution. This goes to show everyone just how much Ripple is expanding to greater heights. This is the kind of disruptive technology we need in our financial sector. Moving forward, Charles Gasparino has shared what he thinks about Gary Gensler and his team. If Gary Gensler wants more crypto regulation, he needs to be questioned by Financial Committee about his pretty lame regulation of the stock market. Take the meme stock craze. He allowed wild conspiracy theories to draw in unsuspecting investors to stocks like AMC and BBBBY, etc. The pumps, many of them obviously illegal, still appear on social media about short squeezes, synthetic share manipulation, total nonsense that cost people lots of money as they crash. His response? A YouTube video about the perils of gambling on risky stocks. SMH John Deaton responded to this saying, "What Charlie is saying is simple. Gary Gensler is one of the worst SEC chairmen to ever hold the position. When you consider MF Global, when he was chair of the CFTC, you realize he is totally incompetent as a regulator on top of his questionable ethics." And now as we wind down on today's video, we've got this hot scoop from FTI US. Jenny Johnson, the CEO of Franklin Templeton, said Bitcoin is the biggest distraction from the greatest disruption that will come to financial services, and that's blockchain. And I couldn't agree more. The nobility people see in Bitcoin has been blinding them from seeing the disruptive technology in blockchain that has been realized over the last couple of years.
Okay, now, as you look to the next decade, where do you see the biggest areas of disruption for the asset management industry, and how are you positioning the company to participate?
But I do think that blockchain, and what I say is that Bitcoin is the biggest distraction from the greatest disruption that will come to financial services, and that's blockchain. And I think that what you'll see is different delivery of traditional kind of investment assets, as well as new investment assets and new business models that come out. So I think that's probably going to be the greatest area of disruption. But I also think,
as always, please do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can always let us know what you think in the comment section below and start up a conversation. Thanks as always for watching. Couldn't be here without you. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications. That way you'll get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next Money Side.